Hey everyone, this is QTheory, and I'm here talking to an auctioneer turned indoor cycling studio owner on their story told. I'm here with Parker Williams at the Ride House. Thank you, Parker, for talking to me.
Anytime.
We're here in Dallas, Texas at the beautiful Ride House studio. And let's talk about the Ride House a little bit.
Okay.
So you have been around successfully for 2 years.
We have 2 years, and we are an indoor cycling boutique. We offer rhythm and performance classes, as well as hybrid classes that include a mixture of the cycling in the studio as well as TRX or sculpt classes outside of the studio.
Okay. So let's go back a little bit further. So you lived in LA for several years. You opened up a retail boutique store. Also did a successful live and silent auction services company.
Right.
For several years, about 15 years or so.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about, from those careers, how they've helped you from where you are today.
Oh, absolutely. The retail business helped me tremendously in learning about dealing with clients and paying clients and clients doing custom orders. We did a lot of custom orders. So it was an important part of my background, I think, teaching me how to treat people individually based on the individual circumstances that they bring to you, not what you deliver to them.
Great.
The business, the auction business in the nonprofit world, it can be a very hard business to be in, being in the event nonprofit world, raising money, constantly asking people for things. But the thing that helped me most with that business, I think, going forward, is really getting to see the good in people and what motivates people and the passion that they have for what they do. The nonprofit world, in asking for money, it is all about passion. It is all about a cause that they believe in, and many people provide 100% of their time outside of their careers into that cause.
Wow, that's awesome. And you got to experience a lot of different types of charities, correct?
15 years, over 100 clients, raising over $40 million for charities.
Wow.
And it was an amazing world to be part of.
That's great. That's so great. So from years past, let's think about your first job, actually. Is there anything that has impacted you to where you are today as a business person that you've taken back? I remember my first job. What is something that has impacted you in your first job from where you are today?
Yeah, my first job actually would be one I would consider non-paid. My first job was in college, I think, when I was president of my fraternity. And I think that was a key to teaching me so much about, again, not only working with people, but working with, you have students that are in the fraternity with you that are an entirely different experience from working with community leaders, the police force, the college or the university system.
Yeah.
It is an exercise in balance of not only vision, but balance of approach to solving problems and creating problems that everyone is either happy with or can live with.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely a challenge.
that was a job, just a non-paid job, but that's okay. It still was a job.
No, it still was a job. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's a big job, a huge job, especially in college. That's huge. So what inspires you most, or is there someone who has inspired you?
I think entrepreneurs in whole inspire me most. Since I graduated from college, I've been self-employed. My role model was always my grandfather, who was an orphan with nothing until he was 17, and then worked as an attendant at a gas station. And he met my grandmother, who was an elevator operator, and together they built a successful hotel company that they ran for 30 years before they sold it. And for me, that's such an inspiring story, because it's not someone that started with a successful business and went on and took it. That's an entirely different motivation.
Oh, yeah.
But for me, to start something from the base zero was an exciting experience for me, because I wanted to have that same experience.
Sure.
Whereas when you go into a successful business as a CEO or whatever, it's just a different type of experience that you're walking into. Then it's about putting your own mark on something that already exists.
Correct.
For me, the exciting part is starting new businesses and growing them into not only what I want them to be, but what has most often been beyond my expectations.
That's fantastic.
Including the Ride House.
That's so great. I love that. That's really, really great. So being in part of the Ride House and starting being in the fitness industry, what has surprised you most about being in this industry, and what's inspired you most?
The clients by far are what inspires me more than anything. The stories that clients bring to the studio when they first start, and then after they've been here for a while, the results that they get is completely inspiring because it's them that's doing the work. We're just providing the groundwork. We're providing the system in which they can change their lives. They can change their lives physically. They can change their lives emotionally. So it's for us, it's about being able to unlock what happens with them, and it is really inspiring to see what they do with that inspiration.
That's awesome. That's
It's
great.
amazing.
I can imagine. That's fun to see from, before and after kind of.
Yes, the personal stories that we get back, not only from the people that are doing it, but their family members have been have really been surprising to me. From husbands stopping me at social events to say, "You have no idea the effect you've had on my wife, on my kids, on our relationship." To clients that I see in the studio many times a week and have completely changed their bodies. Some of them dropping 12 dress sizes, some of them getting off prescription medication that they've been on.
That's
It
awesome.
is just making themselves better, both mentally and physically.
That's so great. So with that being said, I guess what fires you up and what gets you out of bed every day?
My friend Starbucks gets me out of bed and gets me excited in the morning.
I can understand that.
Yeah, on days I teach classes, because I do teach some classes. So on days I teach classes, it's actually knowing that people are in the studio waiting to have some sort of experience that day, depending on what is going on outside of the studio in their own lives. The one thing that I ask is to let it go for 45 minutes, and just for 45 minutes, just have your own experience and have your own journey in this room.
Great. That is so great. I love that. So what advice would you have given yourself 10 to 15 years ago?
Don't worry about the small things, and do not solve problems you do not have. I think, like many people, when I was younger, I worried a lot, and I let a lot of things get me very stressed out. And stress sometimes, while a little bit is good and keeps you on your toes, too much, I think, blocks you and lets you not be able to see far enough in the future to really be effective at getting where you want to get.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good advice. That's very, very true. I think as we are younger, the little things definitely get to us, and we stress about so much. If we could see the big picture, we would think this is crazy.
Yes, and the important things, the things that are really important, I think you need to concentrate on and not worry about things that either are out of your control or things that will not really affect you in the long run.
Correct. Yeah, that's very true. That's great. So any advice that you would give to those in the fitness industry?
Passion. Passion, passion, passion. You have to have passion to do it because clients are relying on you. Sometimes not only to make the changes they want to make, but just pure motivation, just to get started every day, or just to get started from the very beginning time they walk in.
Yeah.
And the other thing in connection to passion is the client experience. As an owner, you need to understand the client experience is everything. And how you make them feel and how you allow them to feel in the studio is a direct correlation to how they feel about themselves sometimes.
Wow. That is a good point. I don't think I would have thought that, but that's very true.
It's very important.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was some of that was a surprise to me too. I anticipated helping people work out. I anticipated helping them improve themselves. I did not anticipate the extent to which it would happen.
Sure. And I'm sure you create those relationships with your clients. Just, you see them on a weekly basis and maybe daily basis as well. They become friends, and you hear about their families, and you're an extended part of their family now.
Absolutely. They become friends.
Yeah.
They become friends. They have babies. They have kids that go to college. They have parents that pass away. It is very much a part of a part of our culture here at the Right House.
That's great. So how do you push through those challenges or roadblocks in your business?
Well, I think most of my employees would be the first to say one of my main mantras is we are a drama-free zone.
Perfect.
So I think many problems, when you take the drama out of them, many problems are easier to solve when you have no drama.
Absolutely.
The other thing is intuition. I rely heavily on my intuition, and it's taken me a long time to get myself to listen to my intuition and understand what that means. So that helps me find a way to solve a problem.
Yeah.
Or get past something that's causing a problem.
Sure. That's fantastic. I like that. Is there a book that you've read in your past or a podcast maybe that you've listened to that have helped you, encouraged you in business or just in your business career as a whole that you would maybe recommend to others?
The Celestine Prophecy, going back quite a few years, was a book that a long time ago kind of made a whole difference in my life and the way I looked at it. It talked a lot about intuition. It's probably where I first got the notion that maybe the things that are most obvious to me was not intuition, more emotion, and being able to separate what is emotion and what is intuition. Once I kind of made that connection to listen to myself, it has been a much easier road to haul.
Wow, that's fantastic.
It's a great book.
Celestial Prophecy?
Celestine Prophecy.
Celestine Prophecy.
Yes.
Okay, it's a book. Okay, I have to all go out and get that. If you could do anything in the world besides doing this or not doing this and all in the world you could choose, what would you be doing right now?
Nothing. I'm right where I should be.
Perfect.
Absolutely. It's the most
That's
fun I've
awesome.
ever had in any job in my life. I am excited every day to see the adventure ahead and know that I may not always know where it's going.
That's okay.
I may have plans of where I want it to go, but what life has taught me is so far, where it's taken me has far exceeded where I thought it would go.
That's fantastic. I love hearing
It's great.
that.
It's
That's
great.
so
It's a
I'm
great
happy
feeling.
for
First
you.
time I've had that in my career.
Yeah, that's so great to hear that. So what are 3 words that best describe your journey from when you started the Right House to where you are today? Could you give me 3 words?
Adventure would be the first one I would say.
Yeah.
And honestly, adventure is good because adventure means I think that you also are on the right path because it needs to feel like a little bit of an adventure. Life needs to feel like a little bit of an adventure.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned before, passion.
Sure.
Passion is a big thing. You have to have passion for what you're doing. If you don't, it becomes work. If you have the passion, it's much more like fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the third thing is exactly that. It's fun.
Cool.
We believe in having fun here. I believe in having fun. I believe in creating a culture of fun with the employees as well as the clients. And I think the more we can all do that together, the stronger we all are together.
That's awesome. Adventure, passion, and fun. I mean, like, what better can you get?
It sums it up.
I think everyone wants that for their life, so I'm so happy that you have that. That's fantastic. So what would you want your legacy to be?
Well, I'm thinking maybe a 13-story monument. No,
Okay.
no, seriously, I have no,
Why not?
no expectations on legacy. As long as I do it with fun and adventure and leave the world a better place than I think I find it overall, I'm happy with that.
That's great. I love it. Do you have a personal mission statement besides wanting to have a 13-story building monument after your name?
Live with passion. Are you seeing a theme?
Yes, I am.
Yes, live with passion is the most simple way to
Perfect.
say it.
That's perfect. And you know, that's interesting. I don't know if you know this, but that's also Tony Robbins', I guess, mission statement. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I have not been to one of
So
his
there you
seminars.
go.
I did not know that.
I know. So
Perfect.
He did not make this up. This is his own thing.
Perfect. I wonder if he has that trademarked.
I know. But I actually that's my same one as well because passion is everything. You have to have passion with
You
everything
have to have
you do.
passion.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like work if you have passion.
No, not at all. Not at all. So some fun questions.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, these are fun. So tell our friends a sport that you have played in the past.
One that's going to be different for some people. I played polo when I lived in Los Angeles. I was there for 15 years. Played polo, played for many years, and had a blast doing it. It is a sport of adventure and injuries.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of injuries.
I guess what is in this sport that's with injuries?
Yes, traveling 30 miles per hour and trying to hit a little tiny ball off of a horse. No problem. We got this.
No, we got this. That's awesome. Oh my. It sounds like a blast though.
It was fun.
Do you have a favorite musical artist?
I guess I can admit this. Dolly Parton.
I love Dolly.
I love Dolly. She's such an inspiration. She has been around for a very long time and been at the top of her game for a very long time. She does it with a positivity that is infectious and just talent and happiness.
Yeah.
And passion.
She's great. She's awesome. I love Dolly. How about a favorite place to shop?
Oh, Neiman Marcus. I have to be honest. I think for me to say anything but that would be, I might get the buzzer for saying the wrong answer if it was anything but that. It is. I was raised by Neiman Marcus. I will say Neiman Marcus.
I mean, who would want to be raised by Neiman Marcus? Oh, that's fantastic. Do you have a favorite clothing designer?
Well, currently it seems to be anything that is fitness related because I now spend my life in fitness clothing.
Sure.
Lululemon is probably my most go-to right now.
That's great. I love Lulu. That's awesome. What's one thing that people may not know about you that you're willing to reveal?
Oh, I like the sound of that. Whatever answers you've gotten before, I want to know. We'll talk later. After.
Yes, it's very fun to
I
ask
think
these
a lot of
questions.
people don't know, and even close friends don't know, that I am a descendant, a great nephew of Butch Cassidy, the famous Western outlaw.
That's incredible.
The Hole in the Wall gang.
That is not one I've ever heard before, I have to say.
That is absolutely true.
That's
His real name was
amazing.
Robert Leroy Parker. So.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So cool. All right,
Maybe
you've heard it all here, ladies
There's
and
my
gentlemen.
adventure in life. Maybe
Yeah.
that's it.
Maybe
At
that's
least I'm not robbing banks.
That's
He never killed anyone, but he did rob a lot of banks.
Well, he needed that adventure. Hopefully
Right.
you won't be doing that, but your adventure
Exactly.
carries on through your legacy behind your ancestors to today. That's fantastic. That's so great. So is there anything you'd like to add to this fun conversation that I want to have like all day long?
Apart from what we already said about the Right House and the passion and the fitness business, my advice is mostly, no matter what you do, just do something. Do something fitness-based. No matter how slow you are going, you are lapping the people at home on the couch. That is a very important thing. And also, remember that it's only 50% physical. It can be 50% mental if you let it be. Yeah. And the mental for some people is a stronger improvement even than the physical, because that can make a difference in so many areas of your life.
Wow, that's great. And that's very true. And make sure to check out the Right House website at therighthouse.com. And if you are in the Dallas area, please check out the Right House. You can get free classes just by signing up. And I promise you, you will be hooked like I am. As you can tell, I'm wearing the Right House gear. I feel like that's all I wear as well. But no, I love this place. And thank you so much, Parker, for talking with me today and sharing your gorgeous studio. It's so pretty. I can't wait for you all to see it. Also, a couple other thank yous to Preston Watson for doing my fabulous hair today. I just love it, of PM Styling. Check him out as well online. And I just want to thank all of you for watching. Thanks for being with us today, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.